In other news, Jose Canseco. We got some audio of him on what, was it 2020, 60 Minutes, 48 Hours? Which one? They're all the same show.
Supposedly, he circumcised Mark McGwire and sucked the blood out. That's what I hear. It's in his new book.
Yeah, well, he's got his steroid book coming out, Anthony.
Yeah.
He knew one of these guys would finally write about it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everyone's been talking about the steroids in especially Major League Baseball for decades.
He's saying it was he shot up steroids with a lot of these guys.
Giambi and Mark McGwire, to name a few.
And he said they would sit around and talk about it, but it wasn't any big deal. He said it wasn't like they were, doing crack or sitting there going, wow, I can't believe we're doing these drugs. It was so commonplace and so just nothing that they didn't even think twice about it. It's just something you did. There was no rule against it either. There's no testing for it, so they did it. No big deal is what he's saying. And now all these critics are coming out saying Canseco's lying, saying look at all the trouble he's been in before. He's known as a liar. This is just another lie, which makes me believe it more.
Of course.
People coming out really trying so hard to deny this.
All right, so Jose Canseco had this to say about the roid issue.
Psychologists say that steroid use can stimulate aggressive behavior in some people, behavior sometimes called roid rage.
Look at your own rap sheet. It's quite instructive. 1989, arrested in California for carrying a loaded semi-automatic pistol in his car. 92, charged with aggravated battery for allegedly ramming his then-wife Esther's BMW with his Porsche. 1997, November, arrested and jailed for allegedly smacking his estranged bride of 1 year. November 13th, 2001, arrested with his brother after a fight at a Miami Beach nightclub on Halloween. Attacked 2 tourists, leaving one with a broken nose and the other with 20 stitches in his lip. All of these are in the record.
Are we to say that any individual who's on steroids that has an angry moment is due to steroids? What about the individual who gets angry and kills someone who's not on steroids? What are we blaming on now?
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, Jose Canseco, that doesn't prove that he was on steroids. It just proves he's an asshole.
Right. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Hey, it wasn't the roids. I'm just a dick.
Right.
I like the fact he gave Esther's car a good ramming, though. Pretty tired of yelling that awful name out in bed. Ugh. Powder vehicle.
I like the punching his bride after a year of marriage.
Good smack to the face.
That's great.
She tried to embarrass him in the Copa by kissing Tommy Cuomo.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
All right, here's the McGwire stuff.
You write repeatedly about injecting steroids and growth hormones with and into Mark McGwire. Tell me about your first-hand experiences with McGwire steroids.
Well, it was a moonlit night.
This is the first time injecting him in his buttocks. But it wasn't like you gave a lot of thought.
He injected Mark McGwire in the buttocks.
2 muscular men taking
big
care
guys.
of each other.
Hey, why don't you stick it in my ass?
I'll prick you, and then you prick me.
We got to do it in the ass, though.
Right. Why do you have to do it in the ass?
Maybe a rabbi in the mix to help things along nicely.
Jesus.
You take the back end, I'll take the front.
Oy.
Oh, they pricked each other in the ass.
In the buttocks. I gave it to him in the ass.
Oh. Then Mark McGwire went, ow, that's smart, and came all over his shoes.
I gotta hear that again.
You write repeatedly about injecting steroids and growth hormones with and into Mark McGwire. Tell me about your first-hand experiences with McGwire steroids.
This is the first time injecting him in his buttocks. But it wasn't like you gave a lot of thought. It was something so common.
What we did more times than I can count was go into a bathroom stall together, shoot up steroids.
Wow.
What the hell's going on?
You keep your hands off of my mule.
Wow.
Why do you have to go into a bathroom stall?
Bathroom stall.
Can't you find, I don't know, a better place?
That's something.
That's right. After batting practice or right before the game, Mark and I would duck into a stall in the men's room, load up our syringes, and inject ourselves. I would often inject Mark.
I injected him probably twice, but it wasn't like, we would just walk in, and a lot of times they were pill form. A lot of times, you were just a quick injection of whatever, and that's it.
I'm just repeating what you say in the book, if we're to believe what you say in the book.
Right.
And I would often, not twice, inject Mark.
Well, I think it was more inject ourselves. I think I injected him, this was a long time ago, once or twice for sure. I didn't keep track.
Mm-hmm.
But an athlete may prepare his needle and may ask another athlete to inject him quickly.
I don't know about that.
Wow, I think he got him on that one.
Yeah, Wallace got him on that.
Wallace got him. He said often, and then he said once or twice. Kind of nailed him on that one.
Mark McGwire must be sitting home watching television with a beer in his hand, just screaming every racial epithet you can think of for television.
And he would beat him up, but now that he doesn't do steroids, he's a weakling.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny? He has him shoot him up with steroids and then turns around and bashes him in the head. Gets a little roid rage on him.
I do believe Canseco, though. I do think it's just there's too much to. Most people wouldn't make that up. I went to a men's room with a guy and just shot him in the hiney with steroids.
Yeah, you gotta.
No one makes up a story that hot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next clip. Tony La Russa.
Both McGuire and...
3 simple words.
Yes,
I am gay.
All right.
Both McGuire and Canseco played under manager Tony La Russa in Oakland.
Jose Canseco says that he and Mark McGuire used anabolic steroids a lot when you were managing them, like the olden days. True?
I don't think there's any doubt that it's a fabrication. The product of our good play and the size and strength of our players, Mark was a great example. What we saw was a lot of hard work, and hard work will produce strength gains and size gains.
Why do you think that Canseco says that McGuire was using? Honest.
First of all, I think he's in dire straits and needs money. I think secondly, I think there's a healthy case of envy and jealousy.
He's delusional. These guys are using steroids.
Yeah.
All you have to do is see the pictures of, like, a Mark McGuire when he first started in the league, and Barry Bonds. You ever see old pictures of Barry Bonds, how thin and skinny this guy was?
Yeah, they were working out a lot, is what it was. That got him those huge arms that could slam a friggin' ball out of the park like that. Sure. No chemicals. Big Duties Jay from Jersey is saying, did Mark McGuire say, gosh, that's a new experience? And I guess Matt is wondering if there was some kind of Java log in the bathroom stall.
All right. And have you seen Mark McGuire since he retired? The guy, some people say he's lost up to 80 pounds. Most of these athletes, after they retire, they gain a lot of weight because they're not working out anymore.
Yeah.
But this guy went the other way. He has no muscle tone on him anymore, not like he used to.
Did I tell you what Jimmy did in the bathroom Friday? We go into the bathroom, and I go in the first stall.
Yeah.
And I go to take a leak there. And
you guys weren't shooting each up?
No, in the buttocks. Yes, in the buttock. So
you guys weren't loading up and injecting each other?
No.
Two men with roid rage wrestling around laughing.
Oh, sure. So
popping each other's pimples.
He's in the second stall next to mine, and first he sticks his foot way under, so it's like visible to me, and I don't want to see part of him. So I was like, get out of here! I don't want to see your foot in here. So I hear the seat go up, I hear his zipper go down, and I hear him starting to pee, but it doesn't sound like it hitting the water because it's not. He's pissing underneath the partition into my side of the stall.
You're just an animal.
On the floor. What an animal. And I'm trying to zip up as I'm laughing my ass off. Oh, what a freak. Out of nowhere, he's like a dog. He's marking his territory.
We're supposed to be professional broadcasters.
Oh, no.
All right, well, here's...
Animal.